Okay, Christopher.
So, are you going to participate in our demo? For the next couple of minutes, you get a lovely Surface and an iPhone. Unfortunately, I do need to take them back. I can't let you keep them. So if you take a seat, and whilst I am doing the introduction, if you would like to type in on the iPhone your name and your email address. So this would be replaced in production with you logging in using your corporate credentials. And we just use this at a trade show. I have a very simple form here just so I know who you are. I don't use that for any marketing or anything like that. When you're done, if you'd like to scroll down and press submit, it's probably going to want your surname as well, if I'm honest. So then, hopefully you heard upstairs about Intelligent Spaces. So Intelligent Spaces is a program HPE have. I'm just going to use that laptop as well as you using that laptop, whereby we add a little bit of technology to a number of different scenarios. This one is a smart meeting room, and we reduce the friction in those different scenarios. So in this instance, you have got your corporate app on the phone there, and we're going to use that knowledge of who you are. We're going to use some Bluetooth beacons to know where you are, and we're going to do some fun stuff with that. So I apologize, you're going to have to follow me just a second. A little bit of magic here. So I have a Bluetooth beacon in a Faraday bag. This just blocks the signal from the bag. But you can see that when the phones see this beacon, we have realized who you are, and we're starting to do fun things like change the color of the lights. We're also booking the meeting room in the Exchange calendar. And we're generally configuring this meeting room for you and I to use together just by you walking in with that corporate app. So you have that in your pocket all the time, and when you walk into any given meeting room, you could have an experience a bit like this. So apologies, it's loud in here, so you can't quite hear Cortana, but she did welcome you by name, and she said welcome to the event this evening. And then what's going to happen in just a second's time is you'll get a pop-up, and these the surfaces should, there we go. So if it's touch screen, if you just press to accept that call, just on the screen.
Oh, okay.
And if someone can do it on my screen as well, please. Thank you. Trying not to have this wire go everywhere. So then what we've done is you have no longer needed to remember your 14-digit PIN to get into a conference call. You've not had to connect up to a VGA cable or climb up on the table to turn the projector on or figure out where the remote is for the TV or any of those sorts of things that tend to happen in a standard meeting room. All of those things can slow you down by anywhere up to 10 minutes in a meeting. How many times do you have someone late and they say, oh, I couldn't get into the conference, or I was trying to project my screen and it just wouldn't work, that sort of thing. So we've done all that automatically based on, I know who you are because of the app on the phone, I know where you are because of the app on the phone. So the phone is really central in this experience. And if you were to go ahead, and I'll try and do this upside down, and share your screen, then it takes just a second, it'll pop up on my laptop, it'll pop up on the big screen behind me. So don't do it there because I've shared your screen, so your screen will pop up just over here and on the big screen behind me as well. It always pops up there first, it will pop up on the screen behind me as well. And that way, if you want to show me something, if you want to work together on something, again, you're not having to plug into a projector, you're not having to make technology work for you. You've just shared your screen exactly as you normally would in Skype, and behind us, it's on the screen, it works. So if you were to launch into, say, a document, then it's popping up all over the place. And, excuse me, through the power of Office 365, I don't know if you've seen this before, but if you were to go ahead and type in that document, I could launch my version of that document and type in there as well. And if you watch your screen, you will see me typing on your screen as well. So we use Office 365 again to reduce the friction of working together. So all of this is just making use of tools you probably already have and making them work better for you as employees. So the final thing we say in this example of a smart meeting room is we've come together, we've had a meeting, we've produced something, and when we get to the end of the meeting, you would tend to say, Chris, can you send me those slides or send me that document or the meeting minutes? And I would say yes, but I'm busy this evening, I'm busy tomorrow, I'll send it on Friday. And that's all time that you cannot be using that content and be generating value from it. So we use the technology in the room to send it out automatically. So what I'm going to do is take a little team selfie. So if you take a look up at the screen, it comes up with our image. I'll come in behind, and it's going to count down 3, 2, 1. And that goes out to Twitter. That's just a little bit of fun at an event like this. But in reality, that would send you a link to the document that you've been working on or something similar. And then finally, as you leave the space, the phones stop seeing this Bluetooth beacon, and I can simulate that by putting it back in the bag, and I won't make you follow me, I'll just throw it over there. Takes about 60 seconds. The phones realize we're no longer in the room, you have walked away from the room, and we completely reset everything. So the call ends, the lights go back to green, the meeting ends in the Exchange calendar, etc. So then, I'll very quickly summarize and tell you what makes all of this possible. So Aruba Wi-Fi and connectivity is really important when we've got all of these different devices being connected together. Also, we have the Aruba beacons. This gives us the context of knowing where you are. The most important thing is the app on the phone, because that phone is your identity, it's your proxy, because we always have our phones with us, right? So by knowing who you are, because it's your phone, and where you are, I can build all sorts of fun experiences like this using things like Skype for Business, Office 365, or the IoT lighting in the room, etc. Hopefully that was fun. Any questions?